Bold, sweet, and brimming with citrus flavor, orange marmalade is the best way to brighten your kitchen. And a jar of homemade is far more vibrant and delicious than anything you'll find on the grocery store shelf. My next guest, stepping in as your kitchen-savvy big sister, showing you how and cheering you on, so you can make this citrus classic with confidence. Our friend Heather Smith from Orson Gygi will walk us through it all. Love having you here, friend.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, when is orange season?
It's
citrus
right
season.
now.
Is it really?
Yes. So this is what always throws us off because we think citrus would be summer fruits, right?
Yeah.
But it's like end of January through April. And so this is the best time to get all of those fun different things. So if you want to try eating more like blood oranges, or have you ever tried a cara orange?
No, never even heard of that one.
So we're going to be using cara oranges. So they're a little sweeter. They've got kind of, it's like a mix between a regular and a blood orange. So it kind of,
you can see it's kind of peachy color. Yes. So are you asking me to eat it?
I mean, I'm going to always make you eat. So just fill your mouth full of oranges.
Okay, I'm going to ask you my next question, and then I'm going to eat.
Okay.
Tell me the difference between marmalade, jam, jelly.
So they're all in the same family. So they take sugar and fruit, and then we preserve it. So a jam will take like whole pieces of fruit, grind them up, puree them, and then you mix it with sugar, and then you've got your jam. A jelly takes the fruit juices. So if you think about the consistency of a jelly, it's really thin. It's kind of like Jell-O looking. And then we get to marmalades, and they use every component of the fruit that we're going to be using. And so it's fun.
Everything.
You do not waste anything, because what we need in we're making jam. So generally when we're making jams or jellies, we'll take like the commercial box of pectin. Because that's what we need to help thicken it. But pectin is naturally found in citrus fruit. So this white part of your orange, that's where you're going to be pulling the pectin from. Oh. And so we're going to kind of...
Did not know that.
We're going to be like, and so sometimes if you want to make like a raspberry jam and you don't want to use store-bought pectin, you can use lemon or orange to then make your own pectin. But some people are like, I don't really want to do that. So, but marmalade, you use every component. So like I said, we're going to be using cara oranges.
Is that your favorite kind for a marmalade, or can we use any kind of orange? What do you recommend?
Seville oranges are like the English, like you don't steer from that, but we like to break the rules a little bit. Like I love cara. You could use whatever you like. If you wanted to do a blood orange one, you could totally do that. So again, we're wanting that citrus, we're wanting the pectin naturally found, and so we're going to combine 4 oranges, and we've just thinly sliced them. Now, some people, as I was kind of exploring recipes, some people were taking like not a microplane zester, but the ones that do like the thin strips.
Oh, yeah, right.
And stripping it. So if sometimes with marmalade, because you have the, like, I don't want to say chunky, but there's pieces in it.
Yeah.
And so if you are someone that doesn't like that, you can like do those strips
but we don't want to get rid of the white, because that becomes our natural, that's our pectin. That's going to help thicken, right?
So generally what they'll do, if you don't like the big chunks, so then you'll take like a cloth, like a cheesecloth, and keep it while you soak it, and then take that out and cook it. But I was like, we're keeping it very simple.
Yes, okay, we like that.
So we're taking our four oranges and our 2 lemons, and we're taking all of these components and we're putting them in 8 cups of water. And we're gonna.
So I like you just sliced it, lots of water.
Yep. And then from there, we're gonna let that come to a boil.
How long does that usually sit for?
Well, first you just bring it to a boil. So depending on, and now I love a wider, this cast iron pan cooked our jam much faster than a deeper one. So if you've got a really wide pan, go with that one, because you're gonna get more surface area. And then once that comes to a boil, you're gonna dump in your sugar. Now, we're not judging how much sugar goes in here. We are just saying this is going to be so fun. But 8 cups of sugar.
We want this to be sweet. Come on now. Don't be afraid of it.
No, 8 cups of sugar will go into our...
what do they say? We listen and we don't judge.
No judging here.
We're not worried about that at all.
This makes a lot. So just know that this is going to be dispersed.
Yes.
Now, here is where the fun part is. And when I tell you this recipe is going to take 11 hours to do, you're going to be like, I will never do this. Well, guess why? Is because from this point on, we need this water sugar substance to pull out all the pectin so that it then sets up. So what we do is we put the lid on our pan and we let it sit in room temperature for 8 to 12 hours.
Oh, okay. So I was worried about leaving the heat on for that long.
No.
But you're just saying once it's boiled, we add all the things to it.
Yeah, once
then
it's boiled, you turn it off, and then you add your sugar.
So time-wise, it's a little bit more of a commitment in the sense that it does have to sit for a while. But the work that we're doing isn't that much more than jelly or jam, right?
It's forgettable because
Okay.
I just did it yesterday and then I completely forgot about it.
Look what's in here. What's happening?
Well, this is what it looks like after it's set. And I want you to like just pick one of these and just eat one of those.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
because they get super soft and so yummy. So the thought of eating like an orange peel is probably like not something that you want.
My
but
goodness.
This needs to be in a cake.
Obviously, for sure. This is so sweet and tender. Like I would just want to eat that whole thing.
It's so good.
What do we do from there?
So after it's set for 8 to 12 hours, you then bring it back up to a boil.
Okay.
And then let it boil for, and then simmer for 2 hours. So again, you're not doing, and honestly, you don't have to stir it.
You're
you don't
turning
have to
on and off the knob.
Yes, so you don't think about it. And then this is what it looks like.
She's gorgeous.
It's sat. It's boiled for 2 hours and then, or sorry, simmered for 2 hours. And then after it's simmered, you want to then like lightly boil it till it gets to 220 degrees. You'll take a plate and you'll put a little jam on it. And if it kind of pulls and see that like pinching, then you know that it's going to set up really great. And then you're
what a
good to
great
go.
little test.
So from there, you'll put it in your bottles. We love it like a canning funnel. And then this is where it's fun. And I know we're running out of time, but like I realized how amazing the steam canner is last year, and my life will never go back. So if you're afraid of water bath canning, like we have our bottles here.
Look at that.
And this is like, if the canning has been like part of what you've wanted to do, this is the way to do it. Make a marmalade or a jam, try your hand at this, and honestly.
Once we can it, how long is it good for?
Indefinitely.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
So it lasts about a month in the fridge if you don't want to can it.
Okay.
But if you, like I would.
But now we all want to get the
You
steamer.
guys want to try a steam
Plus
canner.
also our faces feel amazing right now.
Great
So
facials today.
this is incredible. So you're serving it with some bread, butter.
Yes,
and that's really all you need.
Yes, over the last 3 months, we've really
at
explored
that.
this. We've made bread, butter, and now we've got the marmalade to go on top.
I love that we've just built on our skills with our big sis.
As your big sister, I couldn't leave you behind.
Okay, well, I'm for sure having this during the break, but tell us, where can we follow along for more recipes, where we can get the instructions for making our own homemade marmalade?
Yeah, I'll put it on the blog, gigiblog.com, and we'll have it on our Instagram because we want to like encourage you to use all the citrus fruits.
Yes,
this month,
use stuff that's in season.
Yeah.
It's so good. Love you, friend. Thanks for being here.